Beat me up, Scotty, for yet another Q&A, little fun time that we're all gonna have fun together in this Q&A and have fun, whatever. This is Gotta Love Breath, and today I'm going through like the very last several questions that were left on the first video, which are all very, very good, of course, because all of my questions that you guys give me, they're so special and cute and everything, and I just love every single one of them, except for some of the ones that Phatnick sends me, because some of those are disturbing, but I'm still going to answer some of them anyways. Alright, let's just get right into this bastard as usual. DJPaperChaos asks, did you ever watch FMA, and if so, did you finish it? And how did you feel about it? Unfortunately, I pretty much answered this in some of my previous videos, and some of my previous Q&As, I'm pretty sure I talked about FMA, so I'm not going to dwell on it too much here, but Fullmetal Alchemist is easily one of my favorite animes, if not my all-time favorite anime. It's the show that got me into, being interested in Japanese animation in the first place. It's really the one that opened my eyes to what Japanese anime could do, what Japanese anime, the possibility in it. Because before that point, I was just trying to find an excuse to get into anime. At that point, I was really into Marvel comic books. I mean, really, really into Marvel comic books. I loved pretty much everything geeky except for anime. And I bet quite a few people at school who were into it, that were into anime at that point. They would, sit on the sidelines and draw manga and stuff. And I'm like, oh, this looks like something I would like. I like the character designs, most definitely. It kind of looks cute. I guess I'll look into it. And so I got into FMA and I realized, whoa, this is some really, really good stuff. This is not like something I would normally see here stateside, especially not it's not SpongeBob SquarePants. It's not Disney. It's a real kind of science fiction-y, fantasy kind of story, and there's some really dark twists to it. And so FMA was what really drew me in. I can still remember the third episode and how emotional that was to me, where it's their whole backstory about how they tried to resurrect their mother, and my god, that was powerful. AnimeDrumdude asks 3 different questions. What is the most badass weapon ever conceived? What game are you most looking forward to this year? And what would be the greatest fighter ever? Mine is Chuck Norris vs. Armstrong from FMA. Just think of the awesome. BTW. Mr. T is the ref. LOL. Well, alright, to answer the first one, the most badass weapon ever conceived, and this is just from playing Bioshock, is obviously the wrench. Because, okay, with a gun, you can pretty much kill anybody. There's nothing badass about guns, especially big guns. There's nothing badass about a rocket launcher. You're just gonna kill the person right away. A wrench... Now, a wrench is badass because if you will kill somebody with a wrench, you're awesome. Well, in a video game, anyways, or within a fictional circumstance. I would not recommend that you go around killing people with wrenches or killing people at all because that's just wrong. But if you want to feel like a badass and you're already planning to kill somebody, use a wrench because it's cool when you do that. You go, plonk. And then the guy falls on the ground maybe, or maybe they just get pissed off on you and then pull out a gun on you, in which case you're screwed, but that is the most badass weapon ever conceived, is the wrench. What game are you most looking forward to this year? I've got to say Bioshock 2, since I've beaten Bioshock 1 once, and I'm already replaying it on a higher difficulty, and I'm really looking forward to the second installment. I especially love the fact that you're playing as a big daddy in this next game. It sounds very, very interesting. Some of the videos I've watched from it look phenomenal, including the fact that in this game, you're going to be able to walk around the outside of Rapture. That's something really innovative altogether. That's just cool. I just can't wait to walk around with the little fishies, and then maybe shoot them and fly them and drill them with my drill. But we'll see how that whole thing works out. Maybe you'll end up being one of those really disappointing sequels, but you get to fight off those big sisters, and those big sisters are awesome. Alright, what would be the greatest fighter ever? I'm assuming he's saying here greatest fight ever, since he mentioned Chuck Norris versus Armstrong. Greatest fight ever. Jesus versus Haruhi. I still want to see that. Okay, here we go. We got the anime goddess, and you've got Jesus. So Jesus versus Haruhi. And if this were actually like a real fight, and I want it to be with lightsabers. I want it to be like they're using their god powers against each other at first. And then Jesus turns to her and says, obviously, this fight cannot be won with our knowledge of the universe. But with our skills, with a lightsaber. And Haruhi, for some reason, has a lightsaber, and so does Jesus, and they'll have an epic duel on the side of the universe. Like, just out in space somewhere. Like, there's infinite boundaries. They're throwing planets at each other. They're fighting with their lightsabers. Man, that'd be awesome. Man, I'm just getting excited thinking about that. Someone should animate that, like on Newgrounds or something. Haruhi versus Jesus. And then Raptor Jesus will show up. Like, because Raptor Jesus, for those of you who don't know, it's made of pure epic wind. So Raptor Jesus will show up, who is Jesus with a raptor head, a velociraptor, from Jurassic Park more specifically. And then Mecha Jesus from AVGN, the Angry Video Game Nerd, will show up. I'm not sure if he's called Mecha Jesus, but he's a Jesus that's like mechanized, and it's like Jesus' head on top of this mechanical body with all these missiles and everything. Now that would be the epicest fight ever. Haruhi versus the three Jesuses. And I think Haruhi would kick their asses. This is just my personal opinion. But then again, I'm a Haruhiist, so I have great faith in Haruhi's dimensional fighting sort of moves and ways and how... And plus, Haruhi is a lot hotter than Jesus. I'm sorry for all of you Jesus fanboys out there, but she is. Oh man, I am getting really, really religiously blasphemous now. So, and my referee would be... Let's think of something really awesome here. To cap off this amazingly epic fight, we need a referee. Shoot, come on! I got to think of one now. I didn't think of it before recording this for some reason. So let's. That should be Kyon's sister. No, that's just wrong. That's just no, not Kyon's sister. All right, we'll have Mikaru be the referee because obviously she'll be biased, and that means Haruhi will win. Which means we'll have an epic fight, and even if Haruhi loses, she still wins, because Haruhiism is the one true religion. Phatnick21 asks, if you got a Venom costume, and it fed on your two worst sins, like how the original fed on Brock's wrath and envy, what would they be? My two worst sins. I don't know the names of the 7 deadly sins, even though I should. So it would probably feed on my fanboyism, which I consider to be a sin sometimes, and my lack of awesome. So I'd be even lamer than I am already, and it would feed on my fanboy. So I would be pretty much the most annoying thing you've probably ever come across in the entire universe. I would be the kind of guy who sits in Star Trek lines and goes, hey guys, did you know that J.J. Abrams, he doesn't even like Star Trek, so this movie's gonna suck. All of you guys that think it's gonna be good, it's gonna suck, because J.J. Abrams, he don't like Star Trek. And you will not want to see it. Trust me, if I were to ever get a Venom costume, it would be the most disgusting thing on the face of the planet. I would be an uber fanboy, an evil fanboy. But if I had a Venom costume, that probably means I could attack 4 kids, which is, one of the great plans that everyone has ever thought up of, is to take down 4 kids once and for all. And if I had a Venom costume, my fanboyism would probably send me into a supercharged, almost death kind of mode, and I would run into 4 kids and kill everything in sight. But that's just a pipe dream for the time being, unfortunately, because I don't have a Venom costume, and plus, nobody wants to kill 4 kids. It's just really nice to think about it. This is Guttle Breath, and I am signing out. Peace, love, and Yuki Nagano, who is somewhere around here. Oh crap, she's in the other room. I can't give Yuki a kiss right now, but I'll pretend to. Alright, I'm signing out.